Hi, I'm Libby Gibson, Town Manager. Welcome to What's Going On in Town Government. So, Gino, I'm just trying to adjust my chair because I think it's lower than I normally.
Who would have done that?
I think people are messing with me, with my chair. They like raise it and lower it, and to make me
so
crazy.
So practical jokes going on around here sometimes?
Just
they
saying.
better know who they're.
They better know who they're messing with, because when my chair gets messed with, something's going to happen. Okay. So we had a very productive meeting, a board meeting this week. We had an update from the Airport Commission chair about the is it admin or aviation? I'm sorry, I don't remember. We call it the GA building at the airport that has been under construction. There's been trouble. Construction is starting up again. They hope it will be done by the end of June. That's the hope right now. We also, let's see, what else do we do? The Chamber came in, Chamber of Commerce. They come in for an annual waiver of a town bylaw which prohibits the consumption of alcohol on town property without the approval of the town. So they came in to get that for the Daffodil Parade in Wisconsin. We had a couple of public hearings. One was for the board to consider adopting a shellfish management plan. Now, a lot of people worked on this plan. It's on the website, the town website. People can go look at it. It is a draft right now. The board needed some more time to review it. They had a brief presentation overview of it, and they will be discussing it again on April 10th. So people who are interested, please go to the town website, look for it, look it up, read it, and come to the board meeting on April 10th with any questions. We tabled a public hearing that's been tabled a couple of times now. Yes, it has, on entertainment licenses, but that is on for next week, March 27th. We did a bunch of restaurant actions, or licensing actions. We have a new common victualler license, basically a food service license for the Nantucket Trading Post. They are going to be called Tropical Taste.
Where's that? Where is the
That's at Nobodere Farm Road.
Oh, yeah.
12 Nobodere Farm.
Tropical Taste.
Tropical Taste. It's like a Brazilian, Jamaican type of food. Yeah, sounds good. Mm-hmm. Mobile food unit license for Millie's. They're going to be going around to different locations selling mobile food. Millie's Market has a new common vic license. They have a change of a transfer of license, liquor license for the restaurant. The Proprietors, the new restaurant that's replacing DeMarco's, was approved for a new license. The Island...
Do we know where they're from?
They are from American Seasons.
Oh, that's where they're, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
American Seasons, I believe, stays where it is, but they're taking over this as well. Island Kitchen is going to go where the hen house is or was.
Ooh.
That's going to be different. And that's it. And then we renewed seasonal liquor licenses. We also talked about the exciting topic of debt service. We have a policy about debt service. The board talked about the policy. They looked at some projections on debt service for existing and potential future projects. It was quite interesting. And we, yes, the board, at the end of the meeting, we have committee reports, and if a board member's on a different committee, like the Audit Committee or the Board of Health or whatever, they give a report if that committee recently met. And sometimes the board members are involved in different other kind of initiatives. So one of the board members, Bruce, has been involved in trying to get National Grid to allow the town to use the land behind the old Grand Union for parking for the summer. We tried to get this going last year. It was too close to summer, so it didn't work out. But this year, National Grid is very amenable to this. However, there will be some improvements required to the lot itself because of the issues under the land. They have a what do you call it? Like I want to say membrane, but a undersurface protective covering that can't be disturbed. So they want to make sure that there's sort of like maybe gravel or something on top.
They're not going to asphalt that, though.
No. I don't think I'm not sure they can asphalt it. I don't really know.
Right.
In any event, that looks like it's a go. hopefully for this summer. Now, there are a number of little odds and ends. I call them odds and ends, but they're a little more significant than that, that have to be wrapped up. For example, the town will not be managing this parking. We will be contracting out for that, and the idea is that it's paid, and that maybe the valet people who have the valet parking contract out here in front of the town building in the summer could take, that over.
But
so
would National Grid want to run? Isn't it?
No, they don't want to run it. They just want to get some money for it. Yeah, it's their land.
So, oh, I see. So we give them a flat.
We're sort of contracting for the use of the land, and then we will kind of subcontract out the management of the parking. The town doesn't want to manage the parking. However, there's some revenue that could be generated from this to maybe pay whatever National Grid is going to be asking for the use of the property and or the valet or the town. So there were some couple other minor committee reports. I want to mention 2 weeks ago, the board agreed after some discussion that the fees for what we call hard to handle waste or hard to manage waste will be suspended from now until October 1st. Now this is things like refrigerators, couches, TVs, large bulky items. We are finding that a lot of these items are ending up where they shouldn't be, in the moors. Illegal dumping is rampant. Yes, it is.
Uncool.
So there's a theory that perhaps it's rampant because the fees are too high. The fees are actually not, if you were to compare other towns, they're well within, I think, the norm. But there is also a concern that people are just dumping this stuff with, inappropriately.
Do we go and pay? Do we have to pay our guys
to
go and get it out of there?
The town does a little bit of that. A lot of this is on private property. So the Conservation Foundation and the Land Bank and probably other groups are very active and diligent about collecting these items. They bring them to the landfill. Right now, I don't believe they're paying for these items to be disposed of. But it's a real problem. So the board said, let's try this and hope that people will stop illegally dumping if they can take their stuff to the landfill for free. So we will be tracking and monitoring the volume that hopefully will be coming in as a result of this. But I do want to make it understood that even though we're not charging anymore, there is a cost to the town to dispose of these items. So we're sort of absorbing the cost, taking that cost on. The fees previously helped offset that disposal cost. So we won't be getting that revenue in anymore. So we'll just have to see how this goes. And hopefully it's not going to break the bank or anything like that. And perhaps it's the responsible thing for the town to do so that this trash doesn't end up where it shouldn't be. And speaking of trash.
Oh, you do not like trash.
No, I don't. And I don't like people who let things fly out of their cars or who toss things out of their cars, because how else is all this trash ending up on the side of the road and elsewhere?
It's true.
Throw it in the trash can. Is it that hard? I mean, we all want to live in a beautiful place, and we want to keep it that way. So why don't we not let our trash out of our hands before it goes into the trash can?
Right. What about the clean team, by the way?
Okay, the clean team, thank you for mentioning, was at CO2 last weekend and did a huge cleanup out in that area. A lot of non-clean teamers, I'm told, were out there as well. The clean team will start up again in April. I forget the exact date, but you can go to www.cleanteam.org to check that out. And I don't know what we would do without the clean team, to be honest.
I can't imagine that there'd be that much stuff in Code 2, though, right? Is that
well,
just
apparently
beach
there
stuff
was a lot of beach debris, yes, but a lot of trash from the storms probably washing in.
Oh, okay. But
Stuff
nobody
like
out
that.
there throwing stuff out of their cars.
There's a bit of that out there.
There is?
Yeah, there's some illegal dumping out there. I mean, people, why would you go way out there to illegal dump instead of just going to the landfill? Because you don't want to pay $25?
It's more expensive to drive out there than gas than it is to...
It is. In any event, let's put that aside for a moment. Yeah. The clean team starts up. Now, I do want to mention, there are people who may or may not be associated with the clean team who are very active about cleaning up along their roads. Bartlett Road in particular, I have noticed, and I know who two of them are, but last night I saw a nice woman walking along the path picking up trash. Very good. I stopped and said thank you, because I think that's really awesome. In any case, all right, enough trash talk for now. Next week's board meeting, we have a lot of real estate items. We have a county meeting. There's a Nantucket Regional Transit Authority meeting. And couple of other things. This is our last meeting before town meeting. The board will not meet the week of town meeting. Town meeting starts Tuesday, April 2nd, high school, 6 p.m. Warrant is online. Next week, we're going to be sort of waiting for town meeting to start, but very actively determining what technical amendments we may or may not need to be presented at the beginning of the meeting and make sure everything's in line. The warrants are supposed to be mailed out, I think, yesterday, so you should be getting your warrants in the mail if you're a registered voter very shortly. The town report will be at town meeting. And the Finance Committee, I think, I had to leave their meeting a little bit early yesterday, but I think their intent is to have a report that just sort of explains how they came up with the budget, what their review thinking was, and some of the warrant articles and stuff like that. So they are working on that. That will be a handout at town meeting. So, Gino, I guess that's the main stuff. I hope you're not getting my desk in here.
No, we're not. We would
because
not
it's a
do
disaster.
That.
It is not representative of me, this desk. It's just like been a tornado of activity this week, so I haven't been able to focus on it. That's about it. So how about this little weird snowstorm overnight?
Very strange, but very pretty.
Yes, it was quite beautiful
prettier
this
ones
morning.
we've had.
It was, and now it's almost gone.
Yep.
That's a good snowstorm. When
That's
it looks
a
really
nice one.
nice
We
for a
love
short
those.
time and then it's gone by the end of the day. I love that.
Yep.
Okay. Got any inquiries?
Nothing new for this time around. But
All right, then.
we're always looking.
Yes, we are. We're always looking. All right. Thank you very much. See you next time.